So we're talking about this crazy close race in the AFC, right? In the AFC playoff wild card scene right now. Let's go to the NFC East, the most laughed at division in all of sports, in my opinion. Um, Eagles were eliminated this past weekend. I don't think they should have. Uh, their play calling was absolutely abysmal. The whole division is absolutely abysmal. I know I'm saying that a lot, but Eagles are out with I think they're sitting at 4-10-1 right now or something like that. They're officially out. So now the Giants, Cowboys, and the Washington football team could get in right now. So the scenario is Washington plays Philly and the Giants play the Cowboys. Uh, Eagles and Philly are on Sunday night, just because that I think that game is so big, as crazy as that sounds. Two teams with losing records, fighting over playoff implications. Uh, and then you got the Giants and the Cowboys going at it. So Washington wins. Here's the scenario: Washington wins, they're in. They lock up the division. They get the 4 seed. They're probably gonna have the matchup with Tampa Bay in the wild card round. But a loss in one of those, if Washington loses, then whoever wins the Giants Cowboys matchup sneaks into the playoffs. So, with that being said, who takes this garbage division?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys because I think the Redskins obviously dropped their game. I don't know. I think the Eagles are the best team in that division right now. I know Hurts. There was some costly turnovers last week where Hurts they could have won that game, but Hurts just made some rookie mistakes. But he's easily looks like the best quarterback in the division.
Dak
And I
Prescott
think
still exists.
well, I
You know
know,
that, right?
but I mean right now.
Okay. Just
Um,
making sure.
and so I think they beat the Redskins in prime time, and then I don't know. Daniel Jones just doesn't impress me, even against the shitty Cowboys defense. It doesn't seem like he has anything going. And their offense is so bad, even though they have a good defense. I think Andy Dalton proved last week that when he gets a chance to sling that ball, he had a couple deep passes to Michael Gallup. He had one to Amari Cooper. He looked pretty good yesterday. I mean, not yesterday, Sunday, and I mean, if they can take that into the playoffs, I know it's a long shot, and you're obviously not going to pick the Cowboys to win it. But talk about maybe a competitive game. They've got Zeke healthy again. They've got one of the better wide receiver cores in the league, and if Dalton can even be serviceable against whoever they play, whether it's going to play the 2 seeds or probably the Saints. I mean, the Saints haven't looked overly strong either. So I mean, that could be interesting. But yeah, I have the Cowboys winning it. Because I just don't think. I think the winner of that game will take the division. I think the Redskins lose 100%, but I also think the Cowboys are going to end up beating the Giants.
Yeah, I'm just checking who Washington's playing right. The Eagles. Okay.
I
feel like the Cowboys are going to take it. Just what did you say?
I said we've been over this, Pat. Come on now.
I'm in no man's land over here. I think the Cowboys are going to take it just because that just seems like the perfect way to wrap up this stupid, terrible division is just for the Cowboys to end up winning anyway. Do it for Dak, I guess. That's a good thing. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think if they play the Saints in the wild card round, they might have some upset potential because Breeze still isn't back to full health. I think he's playing with literally half his ribs right now. So I think Dallas has probably the most upside. I would say if they play to their talent level out of any of the teams. I think that's probably the team that the NFL wants to make it. So that's who I see making it there. But it's just such a bad division. I wish we could just make it so that none of them can make it. But unfortunately, one of them has to make it. So I got to go with the Cowboys. I also think they've looked relatively good over the past couple of weeks. So I'll give that to them.
Yeah, and they have. And I'm going to agree with you guys. I think the Cowboys are going to get in on the sole fact that I think Andy Dalton is a serviceable backup quarterback. I think he is probably the best in the league. And when you've got help like CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper, it makes your job that much easier. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott, don't forget, he's still one of the best running backs in the league. He's not showing it this year. He's having a bit of a down year, but hey, I think Alvin Kamara had a bit of a down year a year or two ago. And look what he's doing now. He scored 6 freaking touchdowns on Christmas Day. It's still an unbelievable performance that I keep going back to watch. And you think about the rest of this division. Washington is a mess right now. They don't have a starting quarterback, and it's really hard to win football games when your quarterback is learning. You have a new quarterback learning the playbook every single week. I mean, not that Alex Smith was learning it every week. He was just notified a week before, hey, you're the guy. And then before that, it'd be the next guy. It would either be Haskins or Smith or Kyle Allen, I think, was the starter for a couple of games. And it's just really tough to win like that, no matter how good your defense is. So that's why I think Washington is going to lose to Philadelphia on Sunday night. They play on Sunday night on NBC this week, which makes the anxiety go up 10 times more for whoever wins that Cowboys and Giants game, because I think they play at 4:30 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So you've got that. The Giants, like Jordan said, Daniel Jones just does not impress me. I mean, every Giants fan will tell me otherwise. He's the future. He's not. He does
He's a
not look
turnover
good.
machine.
Yeah.
What is this? His second year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his second year, and he doesn't look any better than he did in his rookie year. I think he's making even more mistakes when it comes to fumbling and turning the ball over. And he's got the help. Darius Slayton and Golden Tate, Evan Ingram, they've all been great guys. Like, they're all serviceable. Here I am using the word great when I shouldn't be. They're all serviceable, good players. But Daniel Jones just isn't the guy there. And I think Dallas is the most complete team right now. They were able to take advantage of Jalen Hurts' mistakes. So, hell, they're definitely going to take advantage of Daniel Jones' mistakes. So,
Yeah.
Cowboys win that division. I don't want to see Dallas in the playoffs because everybody hates the Dallas Cowboys. This is America. But it's going to be a first-round exit. Tampa Bay's got the 5 seed, so the 4 and the 5 matchup. It's going to be a first-round
true.
exit. You guys
I keep
are saying New
forgetting.
Orleans, right?
Yeah, because I'm thinking they're the worst team in the playoffs. I'm always thinking they're the last seed. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. It's almost worse for them. I would rather face the Saints right now than the Bucks.
I don't know about
But-
that, Chief. I mean, maybe.
I don't know. I think the
Depends on
Saints
the
will
team.
find it, but like Brady in his first game back into the playoffs, and like I don't know. It just seems like and they just came off whooping the Lions. It seems like that
I think
offense is just working right now.
I think they're like sneaky. I know they just beat the Lions, but I think they're also potentially hitting their stride at the right time.
Yeah.
And I even wrote an article about that this past week. I didn't post it. I just wrote 2 articles in a row. That's crazy. But Tampa Bay, I wrote an article about them and how they're finally clicking. They got it figured out. I mean, yeah, like we said, they beat Detroit 47-7, freaking Detroit. But that team just showed a lot. Like on the scoreboard, you're not going to think, oh, it's a bad team now. But if you watch them, they were clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to make them so scary when it comes to the playoffs. I mean,
Yeah.
hell, it's Tom Brady in the playoffs. I'm taking him over Drew Brees any day.